keeping the car just over this line and then in.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Bedford Autodrome for the first episode of Road to Racing. I was going to try and be a YouTuber about this and do it all like cleverly and intelligently, but honestly, I'm just slightly daunted at the prospect of driving my Mazda MX-5 for the first time on track. I've decided to call this series Road to Racing because I've spent my entire life wanting to be a Formula 1 driver, and it's just obviously not been something that's feasible for me. And so now that I have a little bit of money in the bank, I've got a job, I've got YouTube, I'm going to try and get myself out on track by the end of this year. So I've set myself a target of a few things that I want to do. So 1, go to lots of track days. 2, learn how to drive cars fast around tracks. Clearly it's like quite important. 3, get my racing license, and then 4, compete in a car race. Now, whether or not I'm going to be able to compete all those things by the end of the year, who knows? Today I'm at Bedford Autodrome for the first track day, as I've mentioned, and we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, I need to go and show you some of the cars in this car park because there are a lot of MX-5s here, and I'm going to probably be the slowest one of all of them. If you want to see more of this track day nonsense, I'm sure there'll be loads of pictures from today, so go follow me on Instagram at CarsWithJB. But remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
So apologies for this, I went outside and it was super windy and it completely ruined all of my recording, so I'll have to talk you through it. In the car park you had this 570S, which actually in the day ended up crashing, or not crashing but losing its front end, which was not ideal. A whole bunch of Mazda MX-5s, as you can see here. One really nice NB on the end actually that was absolutely stunning, an MR2 as well, and then a slightly more rusty MX-5 NA here on the end. At the time I very much thought they were all going to be a lot faster than me, but it didn't really turn out that way, as you're about to see. Also there were these two GT86s, the one at the back there is actually a Scion or a Scion or whatever you want to call it, so American spec, left-hand drive. There was also this 182 Cup as well, which is very nice, and then over in the corner as well there was an Elise, I think it was a 250 Cup or something like that. Apologies if I got that wrong. Following this was over to signing on and the driver's briefing, where they basically tell you what you're supposed to do if anything goes wrong and anything you're not supposed to do if anything goes wrong or whatever. And then went over to the track, had a look at all these nice cars that were also going out on track, and got myself ready to go out for the first time.
Okay people, you catch me with my helmet on. I'm about to go out and do my first 2 laps on the track. My parents are literally over there in the thing. Look, say hello parents. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go out on track and do some laps. I've just done my sighting ones. It's mad. I am gassed. So I'm gonna put you guys in the car and then we'll go out and do some driving. So then, pulling onto the track. This is my first session, by the way. This is the first time I'm pulling out onto the track. Oh mate, I'm so gassed! Right, so from what I remember, I'm just gonna take it nice and slow, late apex on this one, lead it out nice and wide, and then come out to the bump here, and then beat it across, over to this side of the track, get a little bit of braking done, don't change down gears. Gonna try and straight line this later today, but for now just get the line. Don't go out too wide here because you'll get into the marbles. Stay left. Get the braking done here. Turn in. Let the car just settle itself out nice and wide here. And then brake hard here. Down to 3rd gear. Left we go. Treat it like a chicane, so don't open up the apex too much. But then let the car nice and wide here. Up to 4th, onto this side of the track, brake, get down to 3rd gear, get the line right, and then you can kind of sweep from wide to in here. Absolutely flat out, leaving the corner in 3rd gear. Up to 4th, this straight is 1 kilometer long. It's a really long straight, so I'm absolutely flat down here.
So annoyingly, in my excitement, I thought I had 3 hours of footage left on my GoPro. In reality, I only had 3 minutes, so I didn't get to record my whole first session. But when I realised my GoPro hadn't been recording, I got straight back in the car and went out for another session. And to make up for it, let me leave you with this joking conversation I had with my parents.
I think you two are both failures.
Huh?
I think you two are both failures.
Why?
You should have been rich Surrey parents, so that you could fund me through Formula 1 and stuff.
Yeah.
You should have been giving me £1 million. You should have given me like £1 million Formula 4 deal when I was 7 years old.
I blame your mum.
Yeah, so do I.
She had no interest in motorsport. I would have gone that way.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, right, you got the money.
Yeah, you missed a whole bunch of me screaming, so I'll go out and do another session of me screaming, and then once I've done that, hopefully I can start to get some more outside footage from my parents and stuff who very kindly come along to record me. Got two MX-5s behind me right now, so obviously the brakes and everything are going to be a little bit colder now. Woo! Little bit of a slide there, no worries. Somehow held it. Right, let's try and chase this Mazda here, because this guy's quick. He's got a bit of his back end out there. Let's follow him through. Probably got better tyres on than me right now. I've got these roads on. Oh, he's quick through there. Got to respect that. Right, there we go. Let's start talking properly now that I can focus on doing more than just racing 2 MX-5. So in here, we're flat through there, all the way through and out the other side. Let's go flat out in fourth here, get the braking done early enough that I'm feeling comfortable. Really need to be on those brakes. I definitely think I need a big brake kit at some point. Out wide here, then we slice back across just a little bit towards that white line. Up we go again into fourth gear, get the braking done here. Probably brake just for this straight bit here, and then through here. So last lap I had a very big slide through there, which was quite enjoyable. Somehow managed to hold it, we got to respect that. Through here, flat out again I think. I don't think you need to brake there at all, not at least not in the MX-5. So we can come through here nice and flat, and then we come onto this straight bit here, we drop it down to third gear, we brake hard. The one thing that's hard to get used to in driving on a track day is how hard you need to brake. And that line through there was awful. That was awful. The thing is, I get so gassed up as well, like I'm really trying to focus on my driving and my lines, but at the same time I just get so gassed and I just want to send it like that. Need to keep an eye on the time because I've got a tuition session at 10 past, no, sorry, half past, and I can see that I'm up for that. So here we go, along the straight then. Let's see if we can go around this dude before he gets to the braking zone. He might just about manage it. In across. Down to fourth gear. Big cut through here. Very big cut through there. Right now we flat out again through here. Fourth gear, fifth gear, and then fourth, third. Need to look all the way through that corner. I'm not looking far enough ahead, I don't think. And then out again. One quick dab on the brakes. Up to fourth. Out wide again. Get the braking done, and then in on the oh, down to third again. In we go, and we just absolutely floor it through there. And then we're out again and up this straight, and then we just hard on the brakes for third gear. Harder next time. And then, yeah, we got that. It's out the other side at least. And then we're coming through here. We're going out nice and wide again, getting the braking done down to third gear. I'm not braking hard enough. I'm going really wide there onto the marbles. That was the karting line, I think you'll find. And now we're flat again down this straight, up to fourth gear. We're going. Car's getting acceleration in at around 5,000 revs. So we're gonna go along there, brake, down to third. Oh, that's faster than I've done it before. I came in a bit quicker than I should have done probably. Up to fourth, I'll do like another lap, and then I'll probably pull it in. Flat through there. That was not good. We don't want to be sliding through these corners, it's not good. It's slow. But I am levels of gassed. And that's a good little session right there. Go on, mate, this is just the most fun. This is honestly just the most fun. Now ready to let the car cool down before I go out for some tuition, which I probably won't record, but nice of you guys to join me. Oh mate, that was fun. I'm just horrendously gassed. You cannot understand how much fun I'm having out on the track. Like, in my head, all I've ever wanted to be was a Formula 1 driver, and now I am on a track driving a nothing close to a Formula 1 car around. Just like, yeah, I'm gassed. I'm insanely happy. So yeah, this whole getting into car driving and racing and stuff is going to be a fun journey, I hope. I'm ready to spend all of my hard-earned cash on cars and parts and track days and whatever. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the video so far. I'm really enjoying the day so far. I'm just going to keep driving around and see what I can record for you. So I then had 20 minutes of tuition from an experienced racing driver who taught me all the lines around the track, showed me where I was going wrong, showed me where I was going right, and basically helped me to get a lot quicker. I hope you can see a marked difference in the next bit of footage. Okay, so I've just had my tuition and now I'm about to get out on track. I would highly recommend learning to anyone who comes to a track day. It is key goods. Important to know what you're doing when you go out on track, because there's a lot of fast cars and you want to be one of them. So in terms of the lines then, it was brake hard here, get the car turned in, aim for that post, come out nice and wide, and then straddle a bit of a hole there. I kind of went in a little bit, so straddle it a little bit better there. Up to fourth here, and then turn in, get the braking done in a straight line, and then cut this as tight as possible so that I can then get back in for here, and then just hold it here, inside, aim for the left hand side, and then back across like so. But then like really let the car just go as wide as it needs to, so that you're not putting too much load on the tyres. Here, brake early, because I always screw this one up. Brake hard as well, which is the key bit. Then turn it a little bit more to the left than you'd expect, and then just start really reeling through here, nice and out wide again. Up to fourth, down to third again. Probably changing a bit too early, but whatever. Now we're aiming for this inside post here, which we're just gonna miss. Go as wide as you like here. Extend track limits a tiny bit, and then flat out again back down this straight. So yes, the straights are actually, despite being the fastest parts of the track, is a moment to relax, catch your thoughts, focus a tiny bit less, come down here. As we get into this corner here, we're going to drop it down to fourth, and down to fourth, and then we're going to cut significantly more than you'd expect, and then straight line through here. It would definitely be a penalty in Formula 1, but apparently it's alright on today, so I'll carry on doing it. Up to fifth, and then braking hard here, fourth, brake harder, third, and then in, looking through the corner, looking for that exit. Out we go nice and wide. Sticking in third here, because we can drag it all the way through, and then through this corner we just flat as wide as you like, and then down to fourth. He's getting out of my way, it's very kind of him. I'm going to stick it in on the inside, and then we're going to just take it in nice and inside there. Out we go nice and wide, and now we're down this straight and drop it down to third gear, maybe even down to second. Up to third, didn't get the gear change quite right there. And then here again, we're going to go wide, and then we're going to let the car slide out nice and wide here. Up to fourth, going for fifth in a second, or maybe we won't. I think we might stick fourth here, but we're staying as wide as possible going through here, getting it down to third gear. And now that we're in third, we're going to come wide, and we're just going to let the car again roll out as wide as you like. You want it to be as much momentum as possible. Up to fourth, and now we're going to take this corner flat out. Not going to get that apex quite right, but it's fine. Let the car drift out of the lines there, and we're through on a lap. There we go. Now we're going to get the braking done early here, because I never get it quite right on this corner. Okay, let's get it right this time. In, and then out, and then straddle that bump. Up to fourth, wide, and then straight line in here again. Braking hard and get that turn right. This is one bit of the track that I really struggle with, this whole section here. Through there and then back to the left hand side of the track, flat out through here again. It probably looks really slow on the GoPro, but for me this is mad. Right, I'm dropping it down to third, I'm braking hard again, get that turn in and turn a little bit more than you'd like to, and then you get that better exit. Oh, I nearly hit a bird. That wasn't quite right because I slightly got off-put by the bird there. I'll blame the birds. Now we'll drop it down again to third gear. Wide on entry. That was not how it's supposed to be done. I lost a bit of the old traction there, so apologies. One thing that is very clear today to me is that you need good rubber. I was going to get rubber for today, but I was expecting rain, and because I was expecting rain, I just didn't go for it and get myself good rubber on the wheels. So I know I'm talking a lot, but it's the best way for me to remember what I was taught. We're going to drop it down to fourth again, remembering that we're going to cut this quite significantly, and then straight line out the other end, and out nice and wide again. Up to fifth, and then we are braking hard, fourth. Let's go wide as well here. Got that braking done. That was better. That was more momentum that I carried in and through and out. Obviously it's all about the exit speed. A little bit of a dab on the brakes there. Again, absolutely pinned. Back across this side of the track, and now this time we're going to do it how we're supposed to. We go out here wide, and then we drop it down to third gear, a bit squirrely. Nice, out again. Wow, the tuition really does help in terms of getting those lines right. It's very helpful. I'm going to go third, might even go second, even though I find it very hard to change between second and third in this car at the moment. Nice, braking, and then we're flat again through here. Take the karting line, as it is so called, not necessarily hitting the apex, but just using that momentum through the corner. Boys, this is so much fun. If you haven't done a track day before, highly recommend it. Staying left down this straight, getting the braking done, keeping the car just over this line, and then in. Flat out!
So yes, as you can see, the tuition did help me quite a lot and got me quite gassed up with my own driving. Immediately after this, took my dad out for a drive and annoyingly wasn't recording as I spanned the car 360 coming out of a corner, which yeah, it sucks not getting it on camera, but that's just unfortunate, and then I explained it to you all here.
Right mate, I'm so annoyed. I just went out onto the track and took my dad out, and I span and I wasn't recording. I'm fuming. It would have been such a cool little thing to have on video, but sadly I wasn't recording at the time, so sadly no fun spin video for you there. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and spin again now, but well, whatever. He has very wisely decided to jump out of the car. As the day has gone on though, I do feel a lot more confident in the car. The only reason why I really span was because I was really pushing my own boundaries. I really backed myself into that corner. In fact, the corner at the end of the two long straights came in just really, really hot. And yeah, it all went a bit pear-shaped. So I just didn't have the grip that I was hoping for on the tyres, and that's what happened. So you'll be happy to know that I held the throttle on most of the way through. I backed myself. So yeah, I wasn't scared, it was just annoying. Oh, I just love this driving experience, man. It's just, I've been on experience days in cars and they're always fun. I'm going to brake earlier this time, by the way. Brake here instead, let's go fourth, and let's go third. Yeah, much earlier, get the car in. You can see we're kind of, I don't know if you probably can't see, but off the side of the track there are some nice 11s from where I decided to turn and go backwards, so yeah. One thing I definitely know that I need to learn is how far I should be turning the steering wheel at any one time. I need to minimize the amount of turn earlier, so I like go out nice and wide like I did just then basically. Fourth, let's go third. I've been going down to second in this corner instead of third. I've got a racing BMW chasing me down now, and he's not messing about, so I'll be getting out of the way on this straight. Oh, I'm in the marbles, I'm in the marbles. This car's not messing about. That car is quick. Oh, properly going along, that car is. Everyone is so friendly at track days, man. Everyone's just like saying thanks, yada yada. I get the odd person who's a bit of a dick, but that's the same with normal life. There's always going to be dicks around. Yeah, man. I think what I'm most happy with is that I'm not scared at all. Like, there's no fear in my feeling. I'm just excited and pushing myself as hard as I can. Oh, I've gone very deep there. The brakes have clearly faded a fair bit. Need to really be careful with the brakes now that they're fading. Going wide, coming this way, getting the brake on a tiny bit just to settle the car, come out wide, get it down to third. Yeah, that's nice. Escaping from this RS3 behind me, which is exactly what I was looking to do. Let's get on to second. Yeah, I get to the corners and I escape the RS3, but then I get to the straights. That's a completely different story, so as expected, I guess. I'm never going to be an RS3 down the straights in an MX-5 unless I supercharge it.
I then went back out onto the track again after this session, had an existential crisis.
I honestly believe this is what I was born to do. Honestly. Drive cars fast around tracks. What do you do when you work out what your life's calling is? Am I supposed to just follow that calling? Am I supposed to just constantly now drive cars around tracks? Like, should I quit my job and just drive cars fast around tracks?
And then I went out to do my last recorded laps before I got rid of the GoPro and just drove on my own. In this section, I will show you the lap times that I do over the 2 laps, as they were quite quick, probably not as quick as the laps I did later on in the day, but they were still pretty good. And I was chasing down a 370Z, an MX-5, and another couple of cars as well, and I was clearly catching them by the end of this section, so give it a watch.
get that corner right. Wherever I do, I seem to get that wrong consistently with my braking. I think so the rear brake pads fade, obviously because they're not Yellowstuffs in the rear yet. So they're not really doing their job, and I'm probably pushing it in a little bit too hot when I start to get up to speed. Let's get in. It's all about just getting the car in. The sooner I get the car turned in and get it on that apex, the better I come through that corner generally. I am catching this red MX-5, I think, so I'm not doing half bad. That was big braking there. That will ruin my rear pads. I will have oh, that's wide. It would have ruined my rear pads, but my front pads will be doing well, so it's kind of a weird feeling for driving. I'm chasing these dudes down, it's coming. It's just about hitting your marks every lap, getting it just how you want it to be. Come on, let's get that. That's better. Really on the hunt here. Get the braking done early here because I'm coming up on people as well. I'm hunting these lot down. I think there's a BMW chasing me down. I'm not 100% sure. BMW 1 Series, he is properly bombing it around today. I've managed to get faster than quite a few people today, but that BMW is not one of them. Just make sure I brake later into the corners than everyone else. So yes, a couple of decent laps there, chasing those cars down. My GoPro unfortunately ran out of battery, but I did actually manage to pass all of them, which is quite good. And then I did also record an outro, however the wind absolutely brutalized it, so I'll just do it here instead. As I mentioned, I went on to do another 2 long sessions, one 25-minute session and one 30-minute session, so some really nice long stints of just getting used to the car around the track. Probably did some faster laps than the one you just saw, but they were nice representations anyway of my ability. If you've never done a track day before, I would highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun and was really just a generally good experience. Massive thank you to Javelin Track Days for having me. Also a massive thank you to my parents. This was actually my 21st birthday present, and yes, I am now 24 years old, but when I was 21 this was the present that they actually bought me, but never actually bought it for me until I finally pulled the trigger 3 or whatever many years later. I know this is a really long video, but it's more for my enjoyment rather than your enjoyment, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, remember to leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Massive thank you as always to the patrons for their continued support, really helps me to do fun stuff like this, and thank you to you guys for watching as well, because it gets me these views, they help me get some good money to basically make videos like this and have a load of fun on track. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.